Welcome back to the Garden of Art. That's right, greenhouse of numbers, Garden of Art. Welcome back. We're going to make a fractal tree using mathematical principles to produce a repetitious piece of art that causes our brain and our eye to be like, I kind of like that. Okay, ready? It's really easy. You just need a piece of paper and something to draw with. I used pencil, I've used ballpoint pens. I'm going to use a Sharpie because it shows up really well on the white paper. But after a few of them, you might be like, that Sharpie's too heavy. I want to hide my lines. That's good. Okay. Anyway, this is how we start. So we know that I'm going to start from one spot. You can see the dot on there. I'm going to draw a circle. It's going to be a little bit bigger than a golf ball. Got that? You see the dot at the bottom? That's where I'm going to start my next circle. So I'm going to do another circle, and as it goes, it's going to grow, and it's got a little bit more weight on the top. Okay, a little more space up on the top. It's lopsided. That's okay, because this is going to end up being a tree. And if you look around, I'm seeing my garden. I got a fig tree with big curvy leaves. The dogwood's really straight up. Apples are more out. Pears are a little bit more upward. Every tree's different, and rarely are they perfectly symmetrical. One circle, two circle. Let's do a third one, starting at the same point, going up and around. Not bad. What do you think? Pretty good. And the last one, we're just going to do 4. If you want to be tricky, you could try 5. It gets pretty complicated. Last one starts in the same spot again. You can kind of see where I'm going with this. If you had a bigger sheet of paper, you could try that, or maybe a chunk of cardboard. Maybe you got something in from Amazon or Indigo. Cardboard, why not? Use a different medium. It's going to give a totally different look. It probably won't look bad. Give it a try. This is the first part I'm going to start up. The next part is adding the fractals. So every fractal starts with 1. Usually, it's got to start somewhere. And for this one, we're going to let it multiply by 3, not by 2. So we did the math already. You've seen that. You've done that. You got all your numbers done. Did all the hard work. Now for the fun. We're going to make this one multiply by 3. Again, if you want to be cheeky, try 4, try 5, or not. So as soon as this line passes through a circle, and it is here, it's passing through all of them, it's going to continue straight up, but it also increases by the amount, 3, that we want to multiply our fractal by. So it's going to go off to the side, off to the side. I'm spreading these out with a bit of curve because I'm really trying to create a lot of space. It's your choice how straight or how curvy you want your branch lines. Okay. When I keep going here, I'm going to continue always straight is my first step, and then side, side. Okay. Try that. Straight, side, side. There's not much to print there. Straight, side, side. Okay. Now, let's keep going on this. When I go on the top, straight, side, side, straight, side, side, straight. You get the hang of it, right? I won't do these ones. I'm going to continue up here, and there might be a problem we run into. It might seem like a problem. It's actually just the way nature is. Sometimes there's not enough space. Straight, side. Oh, look, they just touch. Not quite overlap. Straight. Uh-oh, here we have it. This one's going to go off to the side, and it crosses over. That's okay. If you look at trees in real life, you'll actually see a lot of crossing over of branches. Straight, side, side, and sometimes, oh, there's another one right there. This will actually look really cool once you start decorating with colors and patterns, okay? So continue this around your whole tree. So you go straight, side, side. Oh, look at that one, big time crossover. Straight, side, side, all the way around, okay? Once you get there, you're going to end up with something that looks a little bit like that. This one, I tried 5 circles. It got really complicated. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what? 1, 2, 3. Only 4? But I did 5. Um, it looks pretty cool though, once you get them all spread out. Okay. Now, once you're at this point, you need to thicken up your trunk. You don't have to. I kind of like it though. I leave my little thinnest branches, the top ones, without any doubling up. Okay. Then once I come up to my next little ring, I'm just going to run my Sharpie. If you have a pencil, you can do that. You might use pastel or crayon. Maybe you're going to crayon it and then you're going to add watercolor after and cause a resist, right? We've done that before. I'm going to double up this layer. Then I want to move down to this next layer. The branches are getting thicker. The closer to the trunk, the wider. This is up to you to think about how much thicker you want them to be. So I'm going to run a line down both sides. Okay. Let's imagine that I did the same to this one. So I'm getting a tree that's got a thicker trunk, looking more grounded in the base. I hit this spot. I want it even wider. Okay. So I can use my artistic sense here. Open it up, blend those together, and my trunk, well, I'm just imagining that I'm going to have a bunch of really large branches hitting that trunk. That little tiny one, it doesn't look natural, right? So let's open it up. You go about that wide, and it's your choice whether you want to put roots on the bottom or not. I'm going to end mine just with a nice flush line on the bottom. Okay. Now imagine you did that with each set of branches around the whole fractal tree. You're going to get a really nice looking picture. Not done yet. Now it's your choice how you're going to decorate each little section within your image. So you can use colors, you can use pastels, you can use watercolor paint. You can cut out ripped up pieces of pastel. You can get an old book and cut out little pieces with text on there. That'd be cool. You could get crepe paper, old wrapping paper. You could cut out pieces from cereal box and go through your recycling bin and make something completely out of recycled material that would look incredible. Okay, each little area. It looks good to use black for your outline and then add in all those shapes with different colors, tones. Here's something that I even did. Where is it? Oh, let me find it. It blew away. Yeah. I use patterns, right? So there's another thing. This thick Sharpie is a bit sloppy. Some of you I know with a fine liner could produce some patterns. I'm going to show you the proper side. Could produce some really fine, intricate patterns that would look something like you might see in a medieval book where they decorate around the letters and embellish it. Here's another one I use with pastel. I've tried some different ideas. I found the pastel one I got out here was a bit too thick. Didn't keep a sharp enough edge, so I think I'd probably use Sharpie for the whole thing. And then pick out the really rich oil pastel. I might even leave a few blank and watercolor it to get the resist where it's going to stick to the paper, but not to the portions that have the oil pastel. You could also even just use your Sharpie, your fine tip Sharpie, and then dunk it in a pan of tea overnight. Right? A few tea bags in a cookie sheet, leave it overnight, and you're going to get this really cool, ancient map-looking picture that's been done with really some fine, detailed work with your pen. It's all up to you. Do a few, try what you think. Fractal, multiplying by 3. If you want to try something in your keener, try 4. Try 5 rings with your tree. You can do whatever you want, okay? Try to make a tiny tree. See how small you can make a tree. It'll look awesome. Send me a picture of what you do. I'd love to see it. I'd love to post to it. I'd love to steal your ideas. It's basically why I'm doing this. I can just steal your ideas. Okay, bye.